Hello everyone. Welcome to our online class Standard 7 Subject Science Lesson number 8 Static Electricity Part 2. Let's recall what we have studied in our previous video. We had studied about static electricity, electric charge, attraction and repulsion, what is the origin of electric charge, frictional electricity and effects of weather on static electricity. So we are going to study topic gold leaf electroscope, atmospheric electric charge, a lightning strike, lightning conductor. Let's start. Take thermocol balls or mustard seeds in a bottle and shake the bottle vigorously. The seeds try to move away from each other but stick to the bottle. Why does this happen? Because the static charges develop due to the friction on the above objects. The seeds try to move away from each other because like charge develops on it, the unlike charge attract each other. So the plastic bottle attract the mustard or the thermocol balls. Rub a plastic comb against paper. Touch this comb with another uncharged comb. Take the other comb near some pieces of paper. You will see that when plastic comb is rubbed with paper, it acquires charge due to static electricity, and so it attracts pieces of paper which is uncharged. To charge an object by induction, rub a comb on your hair as shown in the picture. Take the comb near the thin trickle of water from a tap. See what happens. Now draw the comb away from the trickle and observe what happens. You will see that at first the flow of water is not charged. When a negatively charged comb comes near the flowing water, the negative particles in it nearest the comb are pushed away. That parts become positively charged due to a deficiency of negative charge. The comb has negative and the water has positive charge. Due to the attraction between these opposite charges, the flowing water is attracted toward the comb. When the comb is taken away, the negative particles in the flowing water comes back to their original position and positive and negative charges become equal in number. As a result, the water becomes uncharged again and stop getting attracted to the comb as it is away from it. So, the number of positive and negative charges are equal on an uncharged or neutral object. The electric charge generated by induction stays only as long as the charged object is near to it. Keep a spent tube light in a dark place. Rub it vigorously with a thin polythene bag. You will see that it acquires a small electric charge. The electric charge is generated by this simple method of rubbing is static. Let's try this. When an uncharged aluminum ball is brought near a negatively charged balloon, the following things happen. As shown in the figure A, an opposite charge is generated in the other object by induction, and both the objects get attracted to each other. And in the figure B, you can see on touching, both the objects become similarly charged. And in the figure C, the like charges repel each other. This is a simple device to detect the electric charge on an object. It consists of a copper rod which has a metal disc at the upper end and two thin gold leaves at the other. The rod is placed in a bottle so that the disc is above the bottle. When an uncharged object is taken near the disc, the leaves remain closed. When a charged object is taken near the disc, both the leaves are charged by the same electric charge and repel each other, that is, move away from each other or open up. When we touch the disc with our hand, the leaves collapse because the charge in the leaves goes into the earth through our body and the leaves get discharged. This device is used for detecting electric charge and can also identify its polarity if compared with a known charge. When the positively charged electroscope is touched, its charge becomes grounded. The negatively charged electrons enter the electroscope and neutralize the positive charge. As the electroscope loses its charge, the needle relaxes back to its naturally upright position. Atmospheric electric charge. We have experienced clouds, thunder and lightning. Sometimes we hear or read that lightning struck a tree or a building and some people or animals were killed. How does this happen? How can we prevent such injury or death? What is it that actually happens when there is lightning in the sky and when lightning strikes the earth? When air and clouds rub against each other in the sky, the upper part of some clouds on the upper side become positively charged and the lower side become negatively charged. The science behind lightning and a lightning strike is complicated. Let us therefore consider a cloud in the sky with a negatively charged base above a plain ground. When this negatively charged on the bottom of the cloud becomes much larger than the charge on the ground, it starts flowing toward the ground in stages. This happens very fast in much less than a second, and heat, light and sound energy are produced along with the electric current. The lightning conductor is a device used for protection from a lightning strike. A lightning strike. You probably know that when there are electrical charge cloud in the sky, electricity is attracted towards a tall building or tree. When lightning strikes, an opposite electric charge is generated on the roof of a building or on the top of the tree by induction. Due to the attraction between the opposite charges on the cloud and building, the charge on the cloud flows towards the building. This is called a lightning strike. Protection from a lightning strike. A lightning conductor is a device used for protection. Advantages of lightning. The tremendous heat and light is generated by lightning. Thus, a chemical reaction occurs between nitrogen and oxygen in the air and nitrogen oxide gas is formed. It mixes with the rainwater, comes down to the earth. This in turn supplies nitrogen to the soil and improves soil fertility. The energy of lightning converts the oxygen in the air to ozone. This ozone gas is a protective cover against the harmful ultraviolet rays present in solar radiation. It consists of a long copper strip with one end forked. This end is at the highest part of the building. The other end of the strip is connected to a plate of cast iron. A pit is dug in the ground, coal and salt are fitted into the pit and the iron plate is placed upright in the pit. There is also a provision for pouring water into it. This helps to spread the electric charge quickly into the ground and prevent damage. Whenever an electrical charge cloud passes over the building, the electric charges flowing toward the building are conducted into the ground through the copper strip and damage to the building is prevented. When such a lightning conductor earthing is fixed on a tall building, the surrounding area is also protected from lightning. The lightning conductor is a device made by copper and used for protection from a lightning strike. Lightning conductor conduct a lightning strike from the roof of a structure by way of heavy copper or aluminum wires to rods driven into the grounds. Thereby protecting the structure, they are applied to form the lightning itself. As we had completed our chapter number 8, static electricity, hope you all have understood it very well.
Thank you.